Hello, Cancer. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love reading focused on the second half of August from the 16th all the way through the 31st. General reading as always, so please keep that in mind throughout the duration of this reading and take from it what makes sense for you as always. And if you're a brand new subscriber or viewer, welcome. So let's get into the messages here, Cancer. I'll be pulling from these 4 decks for this particular reading, starting with the Arrows of Love Oracle by Mystic Moon, the Heart and Soul Whispers of Love by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. This particular deck is the Truth Decks by Pretty Spirits, and it's the Soulmate edition. And then we will grab some messages from my HEARTSPACE Oracle, and of course I'll be using my tarot decks throughout and some other decks that I'm guided to for this particular reading. So let's go ahead and get started here, Cancer, and see where the messages are going to go for this particular one. So starting with the current energies for your connection here, whoever it is that you are thinking about, let's take a look at that energy and see what we can learn at this point in time. So let's grab some insight here. All right, here we go. So current energies for Cancer, second half of August, we have transformative love. So there are perhaps some changes that your love life is going through at this point in time. Okay, and maybe you know what this is about already. Let's grab some additional cards here. Ooh, we have Rendezvous. This always reminds me of that Two of Cups type energy, or even a celebration of some sort. It's a toast, could be at an event, a social function, could even be a wedding, could even have been your wedding if that makes sense, or a celebration, as I've mentioned, could have been an anniversary or something like that. It could even have been something memorable when you guys were out on a date, celebrating something, or celebrating each other. And then this is the next card. We have Trials of Love, the lessons that have been learned through those trials, whatever that might represent. And then bottom of the deck here, Cancer, we have Partnership. Okay, so either you're really into this person, you're in love with them, they're in love with you, and this rendezvous right here, it's somebody who wants to meet up with you. So either you are in separation from somebody, having learned these lessons through these transformations in the relationship during this time that you guys are apart, and wanting to come back into union, be life partners here, or you're already in a partnership and you're happy. So let's go ahead and see what comes forward here, tapping into the current energies. So I'll be pulling from my Valentine Connection Tarot. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Cancer. Second half of August. All right, so here we go. What do we need to know about these current energies? Through lessons, change has presented itself. Some of you guys might be dealing with a divine masculine representing the King of Swords here. Aquarius specifically, if that makes sense. But this is the divine masculine here. And yes, they can absolutely be very loyal to the connection when they're ready to do so. And let's take a look and see what else is coming forward. And this particular masculine, maybe they're not so tapped into their emotional space, and maybe that's something that they're needing to change and transform within themselves to really show the divine feminine that the love is there, the interest is there, the attraction is there. Look at this. We do have the Six of Cups, and then we have the Four of Wands. This is really interesting. And then we have the Two of Swords. So this could be a clarification here, if I can actually talk today. We've got memories here. This is somebody who's feeling nostalgic, and I know that if you are a regular viewer, Cancer, I've probably talked about this subject ad nauseum at this point because it keeps popping up. And what I mean by that, especially if you happen to be new and tuning in for the first time, this is a storyline that's been coming through for the Cancer readings for a while. And what I mean by that is there could be an ex, there could be somebody that you are in separation from, whether that is by choice, whether that was a mutual decision. There's someone from your past who wants to meet up with you. It could be a divine masculine, whether they're Aquarian or not, because that's what the King of Swords represents. Divine masculine energy, whoever that is really focused on these memories. It could be a twin flame connection that has been in separation. We clearly see there's something here that's not moving towards this partnership coming together. And maybe the separation had to happen in order for these lessons to have been learned, because this right here represents a possible reunion for you and this person, Cancer. So if the person that you're thinking about is somebody that you are estranged from and you guys are not together, maybe you still feel drawn to this person because it is coming through as a very strong twin flame bond here. And this could ultimately represent a future reunion, a very happy celebration. We see the toast there. It could be at a future wedding for you and this person, if you still see yourself building a future with them. And then bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Wands. I have a feeling this person, having spent time apart from you, is finally recognizing how special a connection this actually is. So even though it might not be going anywhere right now, I really do feel they've learned a lot since having spent time apart from you. And should you be able to give this person another opportunity to reemerge in your life and to return, we see they do want to meet up and they're really focused on the happy memories that you guys have shared together. It can actually be possibly a very successful union if you were to open your heart to that. And then I can't help but take a look at the next card. We do have the Death card right here. So we started off with transformative love, and the Death card represents transition and transformation. It represents endings, but it also makes way for a new beginning. And then look at the next card. We have the Magician. So these messages just want to be conveyed, and just for you to know that there's the possibility that this can still be manifested in the 3D for you guys to have a new beginning, either with someone from your past, or for those of you who really aren't interested in that and reconnecting with someone from the past, which is why that's no longer going anywhere, you could also maybe have moved on to a twin flame connection where you are happy, where you have started over and you have manifested this person in your life. So it depends on how it is unfolding for you personally. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some additional messages, but that's what's coming through initially for the current energies of the connection. So let's take a look at their innermost thoughts about the relationship, the connection that the two of you have. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Heart and Soul Whispers of Love deck by Jennifer, Aquarius Tarot. And then we'll grab one card as well from the Truth deck, Soulmate Edition. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Cancer. Their innermost thoughts about the connection. So you guys are in separation. That's what we're picking up here. Or you have, of course, already moved on from this person. Look at this. They changed their phone number, or maybe you might have changed your phone number. But look at the next card here. I really do love you. Let's grab maybe one more card. So if somebody changed their phone number and maybe you guys haven't interacted or talked in a while, but the love is still there. kissing you still gives me chills. So there's something about those intimate moments and the kisses that you guys have shared. And then let's go ahead and grab a card from the Truth Deck Soulmate Edition here. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Cancer. So their innermost thoughts about the connection. They still love you. Okay, look at this, ignoring you. That might have something to do with maybe if you changed your phone number, or they could have even done something like this, you know, where perhaps they either weren't ready to get into anything serious or they had commitment issues, however way that's coming through. Because remember, going back to the King of Swords, this is somebody who isn't always open to their heart space and their feelings and their emotional space. They tend to think very rationally, very logical, you know, but once they do decide that they're ready to commit and ready to give their all, then they can be very loyal. But, you know, maybe this person needed to spend time apart from the feminine in order to actually realize that. So Divine Feminine, this could actually be you, that you changed your phone number and that you are ignoring this person, and maybe they have no way to contact you, but they are telling you here that they still love you and they're remembering those times that you guys have shared together. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot. I'll be pulling from my Taniellu tarot deck here. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Cancer, second half of August. What else do we need to know? Well, we've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse. That's really interesting. Okay, so the Queen of Wands in the reverse can be very insecure, can be the jealous type. Okay, so Divine Feminine, take that if it makes sense for you. Some of you could actually be watching for a Divine Masculine representing the Cancer. You could be a fire sign right here with the Queen of Wands. So if you were jealous of your masculine, for example, and you guys had a falling out, they could have been talking to other people, or maybe you discovered something that they were doing, you guys got into it, got into an argument, and therefore, due to your lack of confidence in what was going on between the two of you, you might have ultimately really gotten upset with them and changed your phone number. Maybe that's what that's talking about. Let's see. Look at this. We have the Two of Cups right here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Empress coming through, so representing the Divine Feminine. So this is clarifying here for us that the feminine, you might be ignoring your masculine because they probably did something to hurt you or upset you. And they see you as their true love still. Okay, so it's one of those things, perhaps, where, as I've mentioned, they had to spend time apart from you in order to realize how much they loved you. And they're telling you here they want a new beginning, and that maybe they're in a much better place, in a much better position in their life. Maybe they've worked very hard to be able to make a name for themselves in their career. Their finances could be going quite well. And now they're really wanting to bring in stability and security. And this does represent a solid offer of some sort, possibly commitment. You know, something about those intimate moments that keeps coming through. They think about that. They're reminiscing about it, feeling nostalgic. We have seen that. Okay. And then we've got the King of Wands coming forward. And that's really significant here because we have the Queen of Wands coming forward, even though the Queen of Wands is in the reverse, but we do have the King of Wands coming forward as well. So the two of you are both here, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, and they're telling you here, Divine Feminine, that they really still see you as a life partner. They are ready to come in and be this leader, to be able to take the lead in this connection, the situation, to be able to possibly fix things. But if they are unable to reach you, possibly you might have blocked them, or you could have changed your phone number, if that makes sense. You could also be working very hard to ignore them at this point in time because they really upset you. But what's coming through here from the masculine is that they really want you to know and understand that you're still very, very much a part of their heart space. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this, and let's tap into that heart space. Okay, so grabbing some messages, some dialogue messages from the heart space oracle here, and you could certainly find that you resonate with these words as well and what it is that you want to say to them, but we're focusing more so on the person that you are thinking about at this point in time. For Cancer, angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. So what is this person? Messages from their higher self. What are they thinking? What do they need you to know at this time? All right, so this, look at this. Your hugs, your kisses, your scent, your taste, your body. I want it all now. So they're clearly telling you here the attraction, it's still there. Okay, they're reminiscing about those intimate moments that you guys have experienced. Look at this next one. We have Kismet, which represents destiny and fate. Okay, and then right below it, it says Kiss Met. Two people who are destined to kiss each other. There's something about those kisses. And then we have I miss those daily phone calls, hearing your voice, the intimate conversations we had. I'll always hold them close to my heart. And that's a part of what it is that they are thinking about and reminiscing about. And lastly, we are twin flames. Someday you'll know it too. And Cancer, you could be the one saying this to them, you know, from your higher self, that you really need them to know and understand how special a connection this might be to you, you know, and maybe they failed to recognize it before. But I really do feel that there has been a shift in that energy, and they're really wanting you to know this, you know. So let's go ahead and grab some additional messages here. I'll be pulling from my Tarot Teacher, the revised edition. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. And then towards the end of this reading, we'll give you guys the opportunity to ask a yes or no question. And then we'll grab an answer, and then we'll grab a time frame. So if you have a question about this person, a specific one that could be answered in that format, yes or no, and then we'll grab a time frame. And it's just, you know, it's nothing written in stone. It's because time is constantly moving and changing. It's fluid. So take it with a grain of salt, just like this reading. Okay, it is a general reading. So let's see what else. What else for Cancer? Here you are, Divine Feminine, and the High Priestess represents Cancer. Okay, so I'm not surprised to see that, because we have seen that the feminine has been highly impacted by what happened between the feminine and the masculine. And so this right here, focusing on the High Priestess energy, is tapped into the feminine's intuition. And maybe you're picking up off of your twin flame Divine Masculine, or the fact that you guys are still destined to reconnect despite what has happened between the two of you. Look at this. We have the King of Swords popping up again. There's something about that, you know. So if your masculine is exuding the energy of the King of Swords, they're all about structure and routine, very rational minded. I mean, they're very smart, but sometimes they just don't make the smartest choices, you know. You could be dealing with, as I've mentioned, a masculine Aquarian here. We also have the Three of Wands. So this really is all about looking towards the future and what the two of you guys can build together. When it comes to the masculine, they definitely want to romance the feminine. This can be somebody who's a very romantic person, very charming, and I really still feel that's the masculine energy. Some of you guys could also be dealing with another water sign, could be another Cancer. Maybe you guys are both Cancers, or even Scorpio or Pisces. And this is somebody who wants to reconnect. They want to perhaps start dating you again. They're still very attracted to you. There's clearly something about the kisses and those intimate moments. And then we do have the Temperance card right there. representing Sagittarius. And this is another indication where patience is required to be able to restore balance in the connection, in the relationship. But harmony can be restored as well, and the two of you can get back together. And then look at this. We start with the energy of Cancer. We end with the energy of Cancer with the Chariot. So even though we have already seen that there was that stalemate energy earlier, this is something that can continue to move forward. So it doesn't have to be the end if you don't want it to be the end, but it might take a little bit of time to get there. So if you could just hang in there and have a little bit of patience, then this might just culminate in a reunion between two people who are in separation. Or you could also be seeing this reading, Cancer, as you creating progress in your life, especially if you have already moved on to somebody else and you're good and you're happy, and maybe you have connected with a twin flame at this point and you're content. Okay, so that's what's coming forward from there. So I wanted to also take a look at songs, lyrical messages about the connection here. So let's grab some advice there. All right, so I'm going to be pulling from my heart songs of the 90s. And if you're not familiar with the song, see if you relate to the lyrics. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. What do we need to know about this connection? Songs, lyrical messages about this love connection for Cancer. We have Unbreak My Heart, and this is by Toni Braxton. Okay, so it's already coming through with a divine feminine energy. So it does say, don't leave me in all this pain. Don't leave me out in the rain. Come back and bring back my smile. Come and take these tears away. I need your arms to hold me now. The nights are so unkind. Bring back those nights when I held you beside me. Okay, so divine feminine, this could be how you're feeling, how perhaps a breakup or a separation might have caused you to feel. You know, you were in a lot of pain. Maybe you feel like you were left out in the cold or out in the rain, as it says. And for some of you, especially those who are wanting a divine masculine to return, perhaps there's still some time for you to focus on yourself and to continue to heal your heart in the meantime. Let's see what else. So there has definitely been some tears that were shed here. And nighttime can be very difficult, especially when those memories come flooding in, you know. Look at this. Okay, so All the Man That I Need by Whitney Houston. I used to cry myself to sleep at night. So that seems to be a common theme for perhaps the divine feminine. But that was all before he came. I thought love had to hurt to turn out right. But now he's here, it's not the same. He fills me up. He gives me love. More love than I've ever seen. He's all I've got. He's all I've got in this world. I can't help but feel for some of my divine feminines. You've moved on from someone that really upset you and hurt you and made you cry. And there's perhaps a new person, or you moved on to another relationship, somebody that you feel is better suited for you. Okay, and bottom of the deck, we have Anything at All. This is a song by Mitch Malloy. This is really interesting. And it starts off by saying, you've been cheated. So you've been cheated on. Take that if it makes sense. If that is in fact what happened between you and your divine masculine, divine feminine. So it says you've been cheated, you've been messed around. You were looking for heaven, but hell is all that you found. Are you ready for somebody to put your mind at ease? Because I'm ready and I'll be there to fill your every need. Anything at all I'll give you. Anything at all to have you here in my arms where you belong. So this is a divine masculine perhaps that might have come in after you distanced yourself from somebody who really broke your heart and hurt you. So take that if it makes sense, but that seems to be how these songs are presenting itself here. But what we have seen in this reading is that there is someone from your past, which has been a lingering energy that we've seen for quite a while now, if you're a regular to my channel. And so I can't help but feel that there might be communication from maybe an ex or someone from the past that wants to reconnect. But some of you guys, I do feel you've already moved on. You're not even thinking of this person from the past. You might be happy. You might be in a good place. And there's somebody here, another person that's basically stepping up to the plate to be the person that you really needed in a partnership, in a relationship. And there's someone from the past that failed to do that. But maybe they really have learned those lessons and are wanting to prove to you that the love and the attraction is still there. Okay? So that's what's coming through there, guys. So now we've come to the part of the reading where you guys are able to ask your own question. So we'll do 3 sets, okay? So whether or not you have 1 or 3 questions, it doesn't really matter. So go ahead and focus on it, think about it, whatever your question might be. It has to be able to be answered in a yes-no format. Okay, and then we'll grab a time frame. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, for question number 1. We have a no response. That doesn't necessarily have to be a negative, especially if, the way I see that, especially if you were really hoping for a yes, it could be wrong timing, or it could be your angel guides, your spirit guides telling you that there is something else that's way better suited for you. It's either something or someone. So let's grab a time frame to go along with that. If the timing is off, let's see how long it might take for this to turn into a yes, if you were really hoping for a yes. Ooh, it's going to take a good chunk of time for that to be able to be a yes. Okay, 7 months is a long time, but it may ultimately change later on down the line. Okay, so that's the first one. So go ahead and ask a second question if you have one. So for Cancer, and it doesn't have to necessarily be about love and romance. It could be about anything. Okay, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, question number 2. Say it out loud, meditate on it, focus on it, whatever it is. We have another no. Okay, so let's grab a time frame for that one. Angels and spirit guides, please. I forgot to mention I'm using my Time Traveler Oracle for the time frame and my yes-no oracle for the yes-no answers. Okay, and of course I'll link everything down below if you're interested in any of the decks that you see here. Alright, so second question. Ooh, look at this one. It comes down to divine timing with that second question. Alright, so last one to wrap up your reading, Cancer, for the second half of August. Question number 3 for those who have a third question, whatever it is. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. Response to question number 3 for the collective. And we have a yes. Okay, so hopefully that is a positive response. Okay, and let's go ahead and grab a time frame for that one. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, a time frame for question number 3. Oh my gosh, look at this. Yes, and then it might take years. So if you're asking, you know, for example, like, when will me and my person get together, or when will I find love, or whatever. It does seem here, and I mean, this, nothing again is ever written in stone when it comes to time frames, because time is constantly moving. So if it feels like it's taken a long time and that it might take years, maybe just try to focus on perhaps manifesting this to happen a lot sooner. You know, focus on that law of attraction vibe where you're actually picturing it as if it's already manifested, and hopefully you'll be able to speed that along. Alright guys, so that is what I've got this time around, and if you are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box, as well as the action buttons at the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.